Hi everyone, Don Peterson coming to you from the Swing Factory Golf Studio just north of Atlanta. Today I want to talk to you about a drill that I've used for 25, almost 30 years, and it's the T-ball drill. And I use a baseball T-ball and bat, and plastic bat. And you know, kids train with this all the time for baseball, but I like to teach golfers how to use their hips correctly in their golf swing by using this T-ball and bat. So this is, I guess a lot of people call this a golf hack, okay? So what I noticed early on when I first started training golfers, I noticed that everybody wants to pull and hit with their arms and hands. A lot of times it's very shouldery motion and there's very little hips. In fact, most amateurs don't know how to use they have very poor footwork. So early on, I noticed that if I could improve someone's footwork, then their swing got better. And if I wanted to take a power source away, for instance, if someone was using their shoulders too much or their arms too much, if I told them, now look, I don't want you to work your shoulders that hard and I don't want you to use your arms that hard, well, that doesn't work for people because that's their power. And they're like, I don't know how to hit a golf ball if you take my power away. So what I had to do is I had to substitute, give them a different power source. So that's where this drill comes in. I'm teaching people to have a power source that's more core related. It comes from more in your center of your body, which is, again, closer to your hips. So this is kind of a hip training or core training drill. I have a series of drills that I've done and a book that I've written. This is one of many drills in a sequence. So if you want to know more about this, check out my website. But this one by itself is good, but if you put them in the sequence, you'll see that everything has a building. It's kind of a building block procedure as to how to build your golf swing. But I wanted to put this one online because I think it's very, very useful and people can understand it. And I think people can accomplish a lot by learning how to do this T-ball drill. So basically what I did was I have people put palms down, and I'll have them hold the bat right to their belly button. Again, most people want to move their shoulders to hit the ball. So I'm going to try to stop you from doing that. So what I want you to learn to do first is we're going to turn through. So I have people do what I call a slam the cymbals drill. I have another drill where I have golfers pretend like they have cymbals on the inside of their knees. And you're going to come forward, face the target, stand straight up and down, and feel like your trail cymbal or trail knee comes into your lead knee. So it's kind of like slamming the cymbals with your knees. So once you learn that, all you have to do is add the bat, and you'll be turning a perfect 90 degrees. So when you turn through, you're going to go from here, and you're going to point at the target when you turn. And I don't want you, if you use your arms and shoulders, you'll go past pointing at the target. So I don't want you to do that. We're training perfectly, okay? So we're going to go right to the target, and that's going to be it. Right to the target, and you're done. Okay, now you're going to stand straight up and down on your lead leg, and that'll be perfect. Now once you're able to do this smoothly, I want you to learn to do a little tiny backswing, okay? So on the backswing, I really, I guess 30, 35, 40 degrees. It's not much of a turn, and when you do this, I want your lead knee to come in slightly. I like to see the weight come off of the lead heel when you're working on this because I think it's important to feel weight transfer. If you're standing there and you're turning like this and like this, all kinds of bad motion can happen. So I like to see lead knee up or lead knee in and lead heel up going back. So for me, that's left heel, left knee. And then I'm going to come through, I'm going to slam the cymbals, and you can see that I'm going to smack the ball as I go through. All right? Now, in the beginning, I don't want you to really work on speed. I want a brisk motion after you learn how to do it perfectly. So right now, I just want you doing little short backswings. Don't go way back here. Just go right to here. Keep the bat right in front of your belly button, pointing straight away from you, and then snap through. And once you get the perfect positions, going back and through, and make sure, again, this is several other drills that I have, but make sure you're not standing up or straightening your trail leg. I don't want you to stand up as you go back. So kind of stay in that flex position there, and then smack through with your hips, okay? So here it is again. and I'm going to speed it up a little bit. And again, I've had students who they try to smack it as hard as they can, and generally what they'll do is they're using their arms and hands and shoulders, and while that sounds really good, it doesn't create the motion that I want or the sequence that we want. Again, if I smack it really hard with my shoulders, arms, and hands, my power's coming from up here, and it's not coming from the ground. So if we can quiet down, and this is again, if I go back and I'm asking my students not to use their shoulders, arms, and hands to hit the golf ball, I'm taking their power source away. So I'm trying to get them to use the right power source coming from the ground up. That will quiet the arms, hands, and shoulders, and it will allow you to feel better sequencing, because your hips will be slinging your shoulders, and your shoulders will be slinging your arms, and your arms will be slinging the club. And you'll get this better sequence for longer, straighter shots. All right, so I'm gonna, once you learn how to do the drill correctly, and you've done it, you know, perfect positions, and you can check yourself in a mirror, then you do it more briskly, and then you go back and you add the club. Now in the beginning, I wouldn't just start hitting golf balls right away. You want to get the feeling of swinging the club in front of you, and you're going to load your right leg and your trail leg and your trail hip just like you did in the tee ball, so you're transferring this feeling into swinging a golf club, okay? So transfer that feeling of the bat just going right to here and then smacking. So I'm just going to go right to here and then bring my hips through. And when I bring my hips through, just like I did with the tee ball, it slings or pulls my chest and my shoulders and my arms around into a full follow through. Okay, so I swing right and then I slam the cymbals or smack the ball with the tee ball, and that creates the force and the speed. And then I start doing it faster. And the faster I rotate through with my hips, the faster the club head swings. So more club head speed, and like I said, if you do it right, more accuracy. For more, and like I said, this is part of a sequence, so I have several other videos, and if you go to my website, there's ways to get all the videos in order so that you can work on your swing correctly and build it, you know, properly, one step at a time. Thanks, come back and see us again. Oh, hey, you looking for a game? Come on, you can join us. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and ring that bell, and we'll notify you next time we come out for a game.